What's up, everybody? How's it going? Man, gotta say, feeling chill today. We'll see how it goes. We can start low and end high. How about that? Listening to this track of mine, unreleased. Made this along with a friend of mine, Dave Turoff. I think we started the track, but I finished it. It's been years now. It's been so many years. And I don't know. What do you think? Should I put it on Bandcamp? Probably yes, right? It's a nice track. Who was first in the chat today? What do we got? Arjan Peterson. Another great show. Great, another show. Yes, thank you. Great. Sorry I skipped last week. What's up, Josh Holiday? Happy Saturday. Funktor is here. Hey, Marco Freudenberg with the Heidi Ho. So much positive energy from Marco. I love it. Jan Andesfeets. Sandor Stickelman. Let's go. Marco. It's finished. I'm not working on this track anymore. It's too old. I just need to put it out as it is. All right. This week, I'm going to put it on Bandcamp this week. Hold me to it. Next Saturday, if it ain't Bandcamp already, rake me over the coals. Because I'll just throw it on Bandcamp. I mean, I could do a whole release and everything, but whatever. Let's see. Arashism. Hi, you're new. Nice to have you. Welcome. Am I saying this right? Physics DVD. Hello. Nice to have you. Listen to those lush chords. My favorite part about it. The kind of rolling effect on the chords. I think that's just arpeggiating something, actually. If I could find the old project, maybe one of these days I'll do a breakdown of it. All right. Let's bring it in. Enough rambling about the old days. Hey, everybody. Welcome. I'm wearing my teeny weeny beanie. It's a little cool here in New York. I've got the cold weather covering my bald spot cap on instead of the usual ball cap that I've got here in the studio at 343 Labs in New York City. And it's busy around here. Wrapping up things. Our 1-year program students are finishing. They're going to be graduating. We've got a graduation coming up. This cohort that's been here for a year. They've got their performances coming up. They've got their final projects to submit. And then, of course, we have the holidays coming up. We got Thanksgiving here in the U.S. and shortly thereafter, the Christmas holidays and, well, all of the holidays, everybody's holidays, right? The holiday season, which is around here, it's so commercial, right? All the stores are putting up their decorations and we got our Black Friday sales going on already. All sorts of crazy things happening here in New York. And we're just here holding it down at 343 Labs, doing our thing, teaching classes, making sure the students are having a good experience. I did the Ableton user group that we do monthly a couple days ago. That was nice. And anyway, as ever, if you want to know what's going on here at 343 Labs, you can check the links down there, see what courses we have coming up, a bunch of things starting up in January. And if you're here in New York or even virtually out there in the universe, or if you're in Berlin, we have our location there too, and you want to kind of get real serious about your production and springing forward and it being accelerated towards whatever your future may be, we'd love to help you with that. So check out what we have going on there. Who else is here in the chat? Arctic blast everywhere at the moment, Kriok says. And hey, what's up, Aaron Hedges? Out there in Berlin. Have you ever been to any of our events there at the 343 Labs? You should go. Any of you who are living in Berlin, you should stop by and say hello. We actually moved into a new space now, and it looks cool, and there's a studio and everything. So definitely would love for you guys, if you are Berlin or Germany or even in Europe and you're just hanging out in Berlin for the weekend for a club experience. Yeah, you should check out what we got going on there. Jean-Paul Bondi, welcome back again. Old school electro and bass. Nerd like the rest of us. Been a guest on the show. Maybe we should have you on again. Actually, I've been thinking about that. I gotta like reach out to some former guests that I haven't seen in a while. Bring them back. And of course, new ones, right? We're always on the lookout for new guests. Everybody's so busy though, me included, right? Like it takes more time than you'd think to like do the admin to reach out to people to get them to well, first convince people to get on the show. Some people are like, I don't know if I want to be on the live stream. I'm not sure I'm going to be a good guest. And I always think it'll be great. We'll have fun. We'll have a conversation. Nothing to worry about. But you got to respect people's choices, right? I'm not going to be pushy, but yeah, it can take a little while to get people to do it. But we keep trying. I know you guys have had some good suggestions for guests. So let's see. Aaron Hedges. I was supposed to come when Noah Pred was speaking, but right. Yeah, Noah is a adjacent 343 Labs adjacent person. He's helped us out with curriculum, and he's been a guest on the show, and he has his great manifest audio. His Max for Live devices are redonkulous. Always a treat when Professor Pred is on to explain. He's a really good presenter. He really knows what he's talking about. So thanks, Marco, for saying my guests are great. I am glad for thanks for the affirmation and the positive reinforcement. Right. Can you tell I'm caffeinated? What are we going to do today? You may be wondering. I was wondering the same thing. I've been kind of, Christian's been on the show lately, and we've been working on this track. We were supposed to get together and work on the mix over the last week or so, and I got busy. And sorry, Christian, we're going to do it soon, and maybe we'll even do it on the stream. We'll see. But yeah, that track that's going somewhere, sounding good, needs to get finalized and finished, and we need to do another one, then put out a new record. That's usually what happens. And then, I personally, honestly, I've been a little, sorry to say, been a little disconnected from making new electro tracks lately. I've been working on some old stuff, right? I was bringing, we were working on the mix and the arrangement of some old tracks. So, I have been wanting to continue to do that, just kind of dig out unfinished tracks that I started and finally get them done and put them out there in the world and let them exist and be free. But also, I just finished doing we have the 6-week making techno course where people come in and I make techno with them. And so, I always start a track and try to finish a track every time I teach that course, at least, right? And so there's that, which I thought I was going to work on today. But then at the last minute, I remembered that Christian messaged me saying, hey, remember this old track we did called Vanguard? Wouldn't it be great if we did a new version for it, right? And I'm like, yeah, it would. I mean, every now and then people reach out and they're like, hey, do you have this old track of yours from a vinyl release that was, do you have a digital copy you can share or sell on Bandcamp or whatever? And yeah, actually, I've made a point to like collect and archive as many of the old digital audio tape masters that we do, because we didn't have multi-track recordings of anything back then, right? And some of the tracks have unfortunately been lost, but I have a lot of them. I have a lot of the original masters that were only ever released on vinyl. And I've always, Christian and I have always occasionally talked about, let's re-release things. Christian likes to update and re-release like new versions of old tracks, like recreate them, remix them, make them fresh for the modern kind of era, right? Whereas I kind of, I don't mind let's just make the old tracks available. So we always kind of go back and forth a little bit on, yeah, we like this old track of ours, but the mix isn't good enough. The kick isn't good enough. When you play it in a set now, it doesn't sound as good. It'd only, if you're not playing all like 90s stuff, it doesn't hold up, right? It makes more sense to play it off of the original vinyl in a vinyl set because it sounds correct because that's how it was mastered, right? But anyway, we have this one track called Vanguard, and I've had and we don't have I don't know where the samples are. They might be on an old disc somewhere, like an old floppy disk, or even I used to have SCSI hard drives and zip drives attached to my Akai sampler. I might still have the original sample somewhere, and we could try to rebuild it, recreate it from the old samples. But barring that, we have all the stem separation now, right? But synthesizers and noises and techno and stem separation don't always work well. It's hard to get it to, it's more geared towards like more pure instrument sounds, vocal, guitar, strings. And then drums are actually, they're getting pretty good at extracting drums, right? So I don't know. What I thought was, let's load up Vanguard and listen to the original, and then see how we do with extracting stems, and then just that's it. That's all I've got for you today. I'm sorry it's not more of a sound design lesson or something, but yeah, I want to see what we can do with Vanguard. All right. I need to actually, I had it all loaded up and then something crashed. And so that's why I'm just kind of talking at you for too long right now. Let's see. I need to find it again, unfortunately. Okay, these are the stems that I made. Actually, that's another thing. We've played around with this before. Playing around with the beta of Live and the stem separation in there. I'm going to try that again here too. But also, I got this app called... It used to be called ReStem, and now it's called ReBeat. And I actually used this on, I don't know if I've mentioned, I know I have mentioned actually. I used to be, and then before my techno career, I was in a ska band, a ska, rock, reggae, punk, soul, whatever kind of, we were crazy all over the place band when we were kids. And we did an album release. We took all our old material and then mixed it, and then, but I used this ReBeat, now called ReStem, to clean up some of the drum tracks that had a lot of bleed and had a lot of like, the sounds mixing between the mics and stuff. And it was actually amazing how well this worked. So I thought, I wonder how this drum-only stem separator will handle techno, right? See if it can extract the sounds accurately enough, right? And it's okay, right? But yeah, you can see here, you can pull out individual drum sounds and then other, right? So that's going to be all the synth. So I'm hoping that it'll do a good job at isolating the synth sounds and the non-percussion sounds enough so we can get a decent mix, maybe with some new drums, right? And all right, and then I also I'm just going to try it out again in Live's stem separation here. So let's actually. I'm not going to go through the trouble of doing the stem separation again here, because honestly, like, it's a little shaky, this app, and it, like, when you open this up, it'll like take over the audio. It actually made Live crash when I ran it. So cross your fingers that doesn't happen again. But let's bring in these stems that I made earlier and drop them in. Let those kind of do their thing. And then also I want to go in and find the original again after I had to like restart and everything. So here we go. This is the super secret folder. This is like the archive. I have this up in the cloud of all of the old Smith and Selway stuff. It exists. And then let's grab this stereo file of the original mix and throw it in here as well. Where should we put that? Let's put that up down here on the bottom. This is going to be interesting. All right. Okay, we got that. What are y'all talking about before I dive in? Aaron Hedges is saying, I love Noah's tools. Yes. And you did a remix for him. Excellent. That's great. We got Stereo Decor in the house. Welcome back. Muo Music. Hola, amigos. And Marco's asking, is there a stem separation that's really great? So far, I don't think there's one that I've tried that's great at everything. And I've had that's the other thing that I thought we might do is I also have, we can compare the separation using ReBeat and what or AI or however you say it. This one, I bought credits with this, and I would say that's why I use it, and I haven't tried a lot of the other stem separation apps. I'm sure there's ones out there that do different things better, but I've had a pretty good most of the time I've gotten what I needed out of this app because it has so many different so many different modes, right? So I'm gonna load up Vanguard again, and then the fact that I can try out all of these different algorithms. Like you could do vocal and instrumental. If there's a vocal, you can do voice and noise, right? In this case, for a techno track that's just instrumental, I would probably do drums and separate out the drums from everything else. I could also try, if I'm trying to isolate the low end, I could do bass and everything else. And if I wanted to get like, there's like a sustained pad over the top of this whole track, maybe the synthesizer, which is in beta, maybe we should try it. Maybe I can use that to get the synths out from everything else. And we'll see, right? I think at this point, because there's so many different models and there's so many different ways of doing it, that I think it's trial and error. You just got to keep trying the different ones until you get what you want. And Jean-Paul Bondy is offering to send the track and compare with Logic and RX. Yeah, I mean, I have RX too. I don't have the latest version, but the music rebalance in RX is pretty good. I haven't ever tried out Logic. But yeah, sure. I will send it to you. And we'll see. I don't know if we should do it now. Should I do it now? Should I go through the trouble of emailing you right this second? We'll see. Okay. Yeah, Marco's mentioning the credit thing with it's a paid app, and you can preview for free to see. You can just on their website upload something. I went ahead and bought the credits, and it's not a scam or anything. It's cool, but yeah, try it out. Try out the free preview first and see what you think. That's what I did. Okie dokie. Where were we? All right, I'm actually since it's here, I'm gonna go ahead and just start processing Vanguard, and with the string using the synth algorithm here, and remains to be seen if you guys are. I haven't done this before. I haven't tried to use the stem separation apps live on the air here, so we'll see if we can hear anything. It's still processing. It uploads it to their server and then does its thing and then downloads the preview. While that's happening, let me just check my settings over here to make sure that the computer output is coming into the stream. Yeah, I think hopefully you'll be able to hear it. And okay. Actually, while that's processing, let's listen to the split stems from Rebeat. You guys hear that? Also, this is just you guys hearing the track. I'm hearing some high frequency artifacts. I hear like a little high frequency kind of ringing on top of the kick drum. That's definitely something coming from the stem splitting. But other than that, the combined stems sound pretty much like the original. All right, let's see. Let's compare that with the non-stem split version. Almost identical. That's pretty good. Yeah, I gotta say, like, the combination of the stems together is really very close. And I think it's good enough. If you were just wanting to adjust the levels of the mix and kind of re-EQ things and have it sound like the original but a little better, this would probably work. Let's hear what these sound like individually. Yeah, you can hear there's an issue. Like, the transient of the kick drum is coming through on this other track. We got let's hear what the kick drum sounds like. Yeah, you can hear the whoosh 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 from the. It's got like the reverse. It's almost like linear phase EQ that thing that whooshes into the transient. That did an amazing job at pulling out those little conga. They sound soft and mushy, but like that's an amazing. Yeah, this was like a drum loop that we sampled. That's messy. It's definitely there's multiple loops layered in this track, and these are like totally. Yeah, so they're like mushed up together. So it's not smart enough to separate out loops. That's for sure. They're all too similar. They're all kind of jumbled together in the mix, right? And then we got. Yeah, it's like really. It's like. Yeah, that's not good. Like, I wouldn't be able to use those very well separately. They would only work in the context of all the drums, probably. Like in the background of that the high frequencies came out great. So I could work with that. It's a little rough, but I could work with those 3 layers combined together. I wouldn't try to separate those. So I'm just going to put those in a group, actually. And then we got, yeah. So, all right, Christian would be happy because I think we could totally layer a modern pumping kick on top of this, right? Actually, I'm going to take a little shortcut here and bring in the kick we used from the track we're working on. Right? And this is going to be, what just happened? Oh, okay. It's because I'm an idiot. So I haven't, this isn't warped yet. That's another thing I didn't do is warp this correctly. I don't even know what the tempo is. How are we going to do this? How are we going to line this up on the grid, right? These are unwarped clips, and I don't even know what the tempo is. Let's try to figure it out. Right? I can do it visually, actually. That's something that's it's fun to do is just like with an unwarped clip, just adjust the BPM until it lines up. What is that, 136? So there's a little bit of drift there. You can see it actually might be slightly faster than 136. Yeah. So here's where like you gotta actually warp it because you can hear it's going out of phase already. And that's because, whatever computer we used to do the syncing, the MIDI clock was wobbly. It wasn't 100% tight. That was a concern back in the day, much less of a concern now. Let's see if I can, I'm just going to right click and say warp from here. See what happens. Wish me luck. All right, you know what? Never mind. I want to do, I don't want too many warp markers because too many warp markers and forget it. All right. It's just, it's too many artifacts. So let's do warp from here straight. And then we're going to do a little right there. That should keep it on pretty well. And let's see what happens. I mean, I'm going to experiment here. I'm going to use this as the leader clip and see what happens. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I wonder if that's going to stay on. So basically what just happened is once I selected I warped the original and then made it the leader, and that's doing tempo automation. And even though the other clips are not warped, the tempo of the arrangement is speeding up and slowing down to match the timing of the unwarped clips. Look at that. Like that kick drum is spot on. That's amazing. I've never tried to do that before. I love it. All right, now I can bring in my kick drum. And it might drift a little bit. But it's going to be pretty close. Wow, fun accidental discovery there. That's great. But I can definitely hear the transients of the kick kind of slightly shifting with the transients of the original. And that high-pitched thing is bugging me. Deet, 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 deet. That's whatever that artifact is. All right, the bass is totally not enough. Probably what I would have to do, let's see, if we're actually going to do this. I'm just getting ideas for actually maybe doing this for real today. But I need some EQ. Why is the EQ not popping up? I use it all the time. I have my effects sorted by rank, and you'd think like the EQ8 would be up towards the top because I use it all the time, but here, there we go. There's that E. Yeah, it's in all of them. It's just an artifact from the stem separation. I'm trying to ignore it. Sounds muddy, right? Like, how are we going to get the bass out of there? So that might be one thing I need to do. All right, we haven't listened to the synthesizer split yet. Not sure if you're going to hear this, but I mean, it's getting that. Let's hear what the without synthesizer stem sounds like. Did you guys hear that, by the way? Looks like it's only coming through the. Looks like it might only be coming through the microphone. Nice kick and bass in there. I mean, that's. Sounds like a crazy filter, right? All right, so I'm actually going to go ahead and process. I'm going to use my credits to actually process the full file and see if we can use those. That actually sounded maybe potentially good. We'll see. We only heard the first 30 seconds or something. This one, that ringing artifact on top is bothering me. Aaron Hedges is saying just put a new kick in. I did. That's a new kick. I mean, it's not great, but it's better than the original. It's clean and thick. I think what's missing from it is the sub. Like there's a sub bass that kind of rolls like doo 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 underneath it comes in. And that's what I'm kind of missing. Yeah, this sounds messy. What is even on these tracks? There's like these other tracks that I'm not sure what they are. It's like some tambourine. What's this back here? Yeah, I mean, pretty much, I think even this drum stem separation had a hard time with all these crazy loops. I mean, really, those should all be... These are not really separate stems. These are like all part of just the drums, which these all have to stay together because they're basically all the same thing. See what happens if we do some mid-side EQing on this. Oh, there's that offbeat clap that's hard to hear in the mix. I mean, it's thin, it sounds old school, but it's kind of clean like this. There's that vocal sample. I don't know how we're going to get that out of there. Ah. Like this pad that comes on top. I wonder if we were to like layer new synths on top of this, it would fill it out enough. If I can recreate the sounds or complement these sounds. Because that's really nice. I'm definitely missing bass. And like, you can hear the mix of this is not good. Like, we didn't really do a good mix on this track. And, you know, back in the day, it was mastered by, pretty sure it was Nils at the Exchange. Legendary vinyl cutter, and he did amazing EQ work on these records that made them sound so much better. And like, so we don't have his touch on this. Like, it sounds hollow. It's like, so that I'm trying to, you know, I got some work to do, but I kind of want to make it, I want to make it sound bigger and fuller and richer and have more low end. And, you know, it's just somewhere in between mixing and remastering, right? Like, it's not change. I can't change it that much, but all right, I'm gonna do something just for fun here, just easy, like put some chorus on this, and see what happens. Just where'd it go? It's just so much. It'd be so great if we could actually extract only that synth. Speaking of, let's go back and check out. Yeah, like. It can't. It says synthesizer. This is totally a beta algorithm that doesn't know what to do. It's totally confused. It's got like all the percussion. It's got all the low end. It's not extracting the pad. You know, like the synth chord, which is what I want. But the beats sound good. The beats, but even though it has a little hint of the synth in the background. So maybe we're gonna try this again. Let's try this again with a different. How do we redo this? Can I just reset? No, you can't. I would love it if you could just reset what algorithm you used here rather than having to upload again, but I have to add the file again and try it that way. All right, let's see, Vanguard. All right, what should we do? Drums? I think that makes sense. That's the only one I think that can handle it, is to like extract the drums out and see if we're left with the synth. That's what I want to do, is try to get the synth more there. And then here's where I'm like, which one do I use? Which neural network? And do I do clear cut? Minimizes cross bleeding between stems but may suppress finer details. I mean, I do want to minimize cross bleeding. Or deep extraction derives more details but increases the chance of cross bleeding. Well, let's see what it does with just clear cut. And I'm going to go ahead and roll the dice and not do a preview first and use some credits. And okay, let's go back to what we're doing here. Wondering how it would sound with some reverb on it. I mean, with some chorus. And actually, maybe I should do that. Let's do that instead of directly modulating it. Let's see how it sounds. And give it some space. Might be nice. I don't want it to be too bright. I'm going to kind of focus on the mid-range synthy stuff for the reverb. Put a compressor on this. Why? I don't know. It's just an instinct. It's a bit like stem mastering, isn't it, what I'm doing? Now that I think about it. Okay. You know what Christian would say? Sidechain it. He kept saying sidechain it last time we were working, like just to give that little bit of a bounce to this, maybe with the kick drum, which I still need to fix the. There we go. I don't love the mid-range. The mid-range sounds pinched. It sounds, you know, digital, crunchy. I wish I could make this bigger sounding without putting in too much of the low end. Because this is mud. I mean, maybe it's okay with the sidechain, or without that. All right, I'm going to live dangerously here. Create some artificial stereo image with left-right EQing. What is going on? Oh, there it is. I feel like if I can get this working better, I mean, this is the main thing. Like, if I can get the chords and the pads, enough of it separated and or recreated, I don't know, like, or layer on top of this maybe. The thing is that it's going to be hard to really get the tone of that right, because it is a sample. It's like a loop from a disco record or something. It's like actual strings, and it's just going, you know, and it's sampled and processed and looped and chopped up. getting the I really want to keep, this is the most distinctive sound in the whole thing, really. So it's important for it to sound right. Putting more reverb on it is fun. Kind of covers up imperfections. Okay. Let's check out the split on, this is the without drums. No. Maybe. Because the bass is really good on this one. All right, that's funny. Like, it sounds, in the middle part, it sounds good. Let's bring this in and see if it isn't a total mess. Man, this is fun experimenting with, it's like AI-based stem remixing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and mute this one, and let's see how it sounds with this other. Still getting that ring up here. Not in love with this attack on this kick. You can hear it phasing. Yeah, this is better. This separation is definitely better. Except for the bass. Where's the bass? It's so muddy. Or no, it's not even muddy. It's just lost. All right, I'm wondering, like, dare I try to recreate the original bass? I don't even remember what synth we used. The vocal comes out real clear on this stem. Could barely, there's an 808 cowbell that is in there, you can barely hear it. Maybe we can just add that on. All right, there it sounds weird. I don't know. I think if you look at this as like a remaster, it's not bad. It sounds cleaner and wider than the original. Those pads sound good right there. I think the big thing to get right now is the bass. The bass is muddy. Aaron Hedges says more cowbell. I agree. All right, let's figure out. Wow, is it really in C? I don't remember really what we did. It's simple. It's like do 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 do. It could just be eighth notes like that. All right. Probably not going to do it. Something like that. But it has a lower. Something like that. Am I in the right pitch? I don't know. That's not exactly right, but it's in the ballpark. Sounds sharp. Why doesn't this thing have like a master tune? Isn't that weird? It doesn't have a master tune. How do we make one? Like this. All right, and I'm not working that hard on this, but, you know, this is a maybe. Let's do something pointless and unnecessary and saturate it a lot. It's sort of hollow. Yeah, warmer. All right, anyway. I think it's too plucky. Yeah, it's more sustained in the original. Okay, so here's the original. And here's what I did. Kick drum. More kick, right? More sub. I mean, I think that's closer to what would make Christian happy for sure. I mean, okay, that's missing the kick drum. That's to be fair. Maybe it's not. Maybe that's just like a break or... No? I mean, oh, night and day. The bass still needs work, but it's getting there. Yeah, harsh. EQ needs to happen. Let's see if we can find a ridiculous pad to... Do I have even my MIDI working? No. Gonna have to build this up. Let's see. What? Wrong sound. But those are the notes of the chord. Let's see if we can find an appropriate pad to throw on top of this. Gotta have a nice... I mean, I'll have to tweak it to make it just how I want. But okay, let's see. Preset. Browse. Oh, this is the Roland one. I hardly ever use this one. Already good. I mean, not the same, but I like it. Let's see if we can get it shaped the right way. It needs a long attack. This is a really nice synth, no? All right, we want... Start with a low cutoff and sweep up. All right, not quite right, but let's see. Okay, anyway, so that comes in the break just once or twice, maybe. That's going to be in here. I need to do something with automating, bringing the bass out in this part. Wow, it's really long. All right, so that sound definitely needs work. It's not bright enough. It's not going up enough. All right, we're gonna get there. Y'all are talking about putting portals on this thing. Got to make it all modern and granular now. Oh, the bass is missing. A little bit too much on the side chain. Oh, and then the pad comes back in. I'm happy. I think we can do this. As I listen to I'm remembering some of the drum loops that we stole from old disco records. I know at least one of them I could find. Oh, here's what we could do. You can hear in the background that quiet little 808 cowbell. I think I'm gonna try. I want to add that. I want that cowbell to be a little bit more audible. So, should we use the Roland 808, or should we just use a sample? I think it's a little bit too much trouble to do the whole drum machine. Let's just find a sample for now. Cowbell. Let's just use that one. We just have to tune it. And I have to remember what the pattern is. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. I think the cowbell is in the chords. I think that's why it's like it's part of the sample. Like whatever that chord stab that we sampled, it's got 808 cowbell in it. So it must be from some old school electro record, or maybe even old school or a very early old school house record, because it's like this big chord with 808 drums on it. That's I remember now. Maybe Christian will remember what we stole. But dun, 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 dun. I'm trying to remember what the I need it with the kick drum to get the rhythm right. Nope. Oh, it's something like that. All right, again, let's compare this to the original. No contest. This is so much bigger. Okay, I'm happy. Except the tuning of this is a little weird. So I see someone in here talking about replacing the percussion. There are a lot of digital artifacts. There is a lot of noise in this. You're right. It's because of this. One, the old recording isn't great, even though it's like the original DAT. I remember when we did this, I think like Waves Maximizer was a new thing, and we were abusing it, and it sounded crunchy, right? So the whole mix is like a digital mess, right? And now I'm running that digital mess through digital stem separation mess, and it's creating all those artifacts. So like, yes, the best thing to do would be recreate all this stuff. And like some of it's easy, like the 808, the 909 hi-hats are easy. There's like an 808 ride in there, like a The rest of it, though, are well, not all of it, but a lot. There's a clap in there I could try to find somewhere. I think it's from a drum machine. But a lot of the percussion were sampled from like old disco records and old electro and house records. Like it's got like chopped up 70s, 80s drum loops, and getting and to recreate that, I have to find the original samples. I've recognized one of them, right? I think I know what it is. It's like an old high energy tune, and there's a drum breakdown in the middle, and it has like some cool flanging on the hi-hats. You can kind of they're just like chicka 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 chicka. There's like these little shakery phasey things going on. I'm pretty sure I know what that is. I can find that loop. Maybe the rest of it we can just get close, get some conga loops, find some other old disco records or whatever, and try to get close to it and rebuild it. But yeah, like that would be more of a recreation and less of a remix remaster, right? Anyway, I'm psyched. I think mission accomplished as far as like, can I get stem separation to work well enough to make an updated mix of this old track of ours? So, and I did this to kind of like, as a beginning point. So now I can bring Christian in, and we can work together to make it really, both our thing, not just me messing around. And because, we both love this track. This is like something that we really liked back in the day. And I wish we had done a better job mixing so it would hold up today, but we have the technology, right? We can totally bring it up to date, recapture the energy, well, not lose the energy, and then add in more of the modern kind of production and have it be competitive and playable for a new school of DJs. So I'm going to stop there. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out today. This was absolutely more fun than I anticipated. I wasn't sure how it was going to go with the STEM thing. And lots of great suggestions from you all. Aaron, especially, you're going crazy. Oh, look, it's Sun Celebs. What's up? Nice to have you in the chat today, and everyone else joining, whether you're old school or new school and new to the chat, welcome, and thanks for coming back to all of you. I'm going to stop rambling now. Once again, it's been fun. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. See ya.